Children, observe the activities shown in the picture. I had also put some videos to show the activities. After this, you will able to see that video. But before that, try to understand the concept behind the activity. See here, when boy is throwing small stone in the bucket which is filled with water, first that boy has thrown the object from nearer, means with less height, and in the second case you are observing that boy is standing straight and then from a height he is putting the stone in the water. See here, in the first stone the water has not spilled out, but in the second case the water has spilled out. Why it is? Because as the object is at a height, more gravitational force is applied, and that's why the water has spilled more. So what we can understand from this? Greater force must be applied when height is more. In the second picture below that, it is given that one man is carrying a load, a sack filled with grains. So in first case, the sack is not so filled. I think only 10 kg weight may be there. But in the second case, weight is more. And that's why in the first case, the man is able to stand and carry the load. But what happens in the second case? As it is heavier one, it has more load. What has happened? Because of the more load, that boy has bent down. That man has bent down. So it means more force is applied. What happens? Greater force must be applied to lift the greater weight. As weight is here more, he has to apply the more force, and that's why this man bent down. Okay? So it means the gravitational force is dependent on what? The weight of the object against which the force is applied. It depends on the height of the object against which the force is applied. Okay? These are the two activities which shows that where we have to apply the greater force. Greater force is applied to lift the greater weight object with a greater weight, while less force is applied to lift the object with the less weight. See here, the sack may be empty or with a little weight. It is also dependent. First example is telling us that greater force must be applied to put the stone from a height, and less force is applied to put the stone in the bucket filled with water. Less amount of force is applied there. Are you clear? Now, do you know, come to the textbook, page number 72. What is given here? When you weigh any of the object by using the spring balance, children, try to understand the spring balance. When by using the spring balance, we are putting certain object and we are holding the spring, at that time you will observe that object comes to rest when the tension in the spring and the gravitational force on the object becomes the equal. Okay? What happens? When we are putting some weight, at that time the spring which is there, it shows certain weight, and that spring showing the change is nothing but it is the tension in the spring and the gravitational force. If they become the equal, object comes to the rest. This is about the gravitational force. One more example, the gravitational force between the sun and the planet in the solar system. Just now I told you about this, that sun and planets, means planets are revolving around the sun. At the same time, gravity also operates between the planets and their satellites, means satellites are moving around the planet. What happens? Why do not all planets and satellites fall towards the sun? Why they are moving in different orbits? Why they are not coming nearer to each other? It is only because the gravity is applying the force, gravitational force is there because of which the distance is maintained and the objects are not collapsing with each other or they are not falling towards the sun. Are you clear about the gravitational force? Children, I had explained in detail about the gravitational force. Now just observe the video to clear your concept about the gravitational force. Thank you.